there, I'm Carolina from More Craft Time, and I'm going to show you how to make a fun fall wreath with just a couple supplies and just a couple minutes. I'm starting off by using this grape wreath. I just bought it at the store. Pretty inexpensive. I think it was less than $6. Obviously, if you've got a coupon, it can be even less. I have this ribbon that had some fun fall colors. And this is actually wired ribbon, and that just means that there's a wire on either end that can help you form your bows. Just makes it a little easier to get sometimes that perfect bow shape. I have a couple little floral picks, some fall picks. One with just berries and with some fall leaves. And I'm going to start off by just taking off all the tags. Just to show you, you really can do this whole thing. You could go to the store and buy the materials that you need, bring it home, and just grab everything right out of your bag, and in less than 15 minutes you'll have a fall wreath that is ready to hang on your door. So some of these have actually a couple little tags letting us know what they're made out of. And although we're going fast, I do want to be careful to not cut any of the parts off of my little floral picks. Wreaths are fun. It's so fun to do wreaths for all different types of seasons of the year, and this wreath is actually really good for that because I'm not going to be using any adhesives, no glue, no tape, nothing that's going to permanently put these pieces on there, so I won't have to store the whole wreath after fall if I want to use it again next year. I can actually just take the pieces off, store these little pieces, and rework my grapevine wreath into another wreath for Christmas or winter. I can use it again in the summer, in the spring. This wreath form for $6 is going to take me year-round with just adding different floral picks and different little items that I can add throughout the year. Okay, so I've got all my tags removed and off my floral picks, and we're going to go super simple. So I want to start with this larger one, and I'm just going to tuck it in and make sure he's tucked in really well right there. And then I'm going to take my other two picks and making sure these ones actually have more like a front and a back to them. Just really shove it in there. Because I'm not using any glue or other adhesives, I want to make sure that these are really going to stay. So you see I have a little spot that's got my fall color, and now we're going to add the rest of our color with the bow. So when I work with ribbon, I usually try to work with a length about from fingertip to fingertip. Anything longer than that is really too much for me. And I'm going to tell you here the secret that I have to making that perfect, beautiful bow look. So I want these items to just look like they've kind of been tied in place, even though they've been stuck really well into this grapevine wreath form. I don't want to cover up any of it. So I start with just a simple knot, put that in place, and now the trick for me for making a bow that looks right where the tails are hanging out from the bottom, I've discovered because of the way that I tie a bow, if I tie it from the top. So I'm not just tying it from the top to show you what I'm doing, I'm actually tying it from the top because then my little bow tails will hang in exactly the right spot. I'm going to be a little careful when I put this over and tuck it in. I don't want to get any twists in it. And I'm not worried about size at this point. I just want to make sure that I don't get any twists or severe puckers. And I'm not worried about the length of my tails because I can just cut those off when I'm done. And see how my two tails are hanging right nicely from the bottom? If I would have done this, for me, right side up, then those tails would be sticking up in the top and they'd be sticking up into my wreath form, and that wouldn't look nice at all. So going to try to even these out a little bit, my two bows. And because there's wire in this ribbon, I'm able to get that nice big fluffy look to my bow because I can bend that wire. Let me take a look. Cute. Okay. Now I'm going to just cut my tails, and I like cutting my tails at an angle. You don't have to cut your tails at an angle. You can leave them square. I don't think square looks as nice. If you don't like cutting them at an angle or square, or you're worried about your two angles being completely different, wonky, you can also just take your scissors and cut halfway in from one side, halfway in from the other side, and make a tail like that. Those are cute as well. But it's up to you. It is your craft. You should be happy with what's hanging on your door. And let me see. Oh, I don't like this one. It's a little too long. You can always cut off more. You can never cut off less. So let me cut off a little bit more. And then because these are wired ribbons, I can actually just pull them down a little bit if I want them to come down. And just like that, I've got a fall wreath that's ready for hanging on my door. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you next time.